it comes to your hair, it's important to keep it looking good and healthy, but there's more to your hair than just what you see. Sometimes you have to look inward and maybe to your scalp. Joining us this morning are the ladies from Profiles by Kristin. They're back, Susan Ford and Nicole Fragel, and they're here to tell us more about why the scalp is so important to take care of. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
Susan, let's start with you, because you know, when I think of shampoo, conditioner, getting my hair clean, I'll be honest, I clean it, you know, I rub the scalp a little bit, but there's probably a little bit more to it than that when maintaining and taking care of it.
Well, you're like most people. Most people are not educated on scalp care. So this is what we're here to talk about today, is taking care of your scalp to have healthy hair.
So why is it so important?
Well, because the scalp is, you know, it can hold a lot of things, and it can, you know, like sebum and dandruff and things like that, that can hinder healthy hair. So it's almost like imagining your hair and scalp like land and trees. So if you take care of the land and nourish the land and hydrate the land, you'll have healthy trees. So the same with the scalp.
Okay.
So we're here today to talk about some treatment programs that we have in place to take care of the scalp to have healthy hair.
Okay. Now, Nicole, I know you do a lot of the consultations when it comes to this. So what happens, you know, why do people come in, and do they come in and say, like, I have a scalp problem?
Usually people are coming in because they feel like they're thinning.
Okay.
And then we discover a scalp issue, if there is one. They could just very well be thinning, or they could have a sebum issue, or they could have a dandruff issue, or they could have both.
Okay. So what's the protocol? What do you do?
The first thing we would do is go through what we call a scalp analysis, or a tricho test. It takes about 45 minutes. We would test the sebum, we would test the hydration levels, the pH of the client's skin, and then we would go through a series of tests on our software.
Okay.
Take different pictures under different magnifications, under a blue light, and then we would be able to determine which protocol would be best for the client.
Okay. Now, you have some products here as well, right?
Yes.
And this goes hand in hand with what you all are talking about, right?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what I'm looking at here.
So the Ruby line, the green packaging, we call that the Ruby line. That's just strictly for hair loss. The purple or the diamond line is for dandruff. And then the yellow line or the sapphire line we use for excess sebum.
Okay.
And this device here in the front would test the sebum and hydration levels.
And when you're talking about sebum, tell us what that means too.
Sebum is oil that's
all
produced on the scalp.
Okay, so before we get to the demo really quickly, Susan, how often do people come in with a scalp issue with you guys?
Every day.
Every day.
We get calls every day for just mostly people with thinning hair, and they're worried because they're losing their hair. So then when they come in for a consultation, then we do the test that Nicole was talking about, and then we discover things, or, you know, some people just may have a thinning hair issue that needs to be treated with the products, and, you know, different, you know, things like that, or the laser, which we also offer in salon and in home.
Which is this, right?
Yes,
This is
that's
the
a
laser?
laser helmet. Yep.
Oh, okay.
So.
All right. Now, you guys said that there's a little demo you want to do, right? So this is something, just a sneak peek, right?
Right.
Yes.
This is like a microscope so that we can look at your follicle and your scalp health. So this is how we determine what program and treatment line you need to have. So
Okay,
we'll do a little demo on you.
All right. Don't judge if you see lots of hairspray. So what do I need to do, guys?
Nope.
Oh, I don't even need to do anything. Okay.
Nope,
So
you don't.
Nicole, you're gonna handle this. Okay. Okay. Holy
Okay,
cow.
so that's just zooming in
Focus.
on one individual follicle.
So here you have a follicle with two hairs coming out of the follicle. And the follicle is where the hairs come out of.
Okay.
So what we're looking for is abnormalities around the hair shaft and inside the follicle.
So what would you see? Like if you did see an abnormality, because you could probably see if somebody's scalp is dry, right?
Yeah.
Could you then tell if they're thinning by doing something like this?
Usually if they're thinning, they're going to be visibly thinning.
Okay.
But we look underneath the scope to look for miniaturization, which would be decrease in size of the hair strands themselves, clogging of the follicle, or even dead follicles.
Wow.
Unfortunately, with dead follicles, something like this would not help.
Okay.
So if the follicle is dead, that means, you know,
we
hair-
can still help,
but just in
a
another
different
way, in an
Right,
alternative
right,
way.
exactly.
Something else that you also mentioned, which I thought was interesting. Let's say somebody comes in and you discover that they have an oily scalp or dandruff, right? To correct the problem or to help with the scalp, you have to correct the dandruff problem and then correct the scalp issue as well. Does that make sense? Or am
So how it works is if someone comes to us for hair loss,
Okay.
And then we look underneath the scope and we figure out that they have a sebum issue,
Mm-hmm.
we have to correct the sebum issue before we can correct the hair loss issue.
See, you say it so much better than I do. No, but that's important though, is that it goes
Yes,
hand in hand.
it
One
does.
helps the other.
It does.
Yes.
There we go.
And these treatments are in salon as well as they can take the products home and use them at home as well.
Okay.
And if they choose to use the laser, we can do that in salon, and they can also purchase a laser for at home too.
Interesting.
So.
Okay. Well, there we go. Well, and if you'd like more information to learn more about what Profiles by Kristin can do for you, you can always visit them on Brewerton Road right in Syracuse. Give them a call, 454-3132, or you can visit them online, profilesbykristin.com. And we also want to let you know that they are part of our Dr. Oz Wellness Network and have posted lots of great information at our website. All you have to do is click on the Sections tab at the top of localsyr.com, then click on the Dr. Oz Wellness Network tab under the Marketplace section. Ladies, thank you.
Thank you so much.